It seems that many parents today consciously or unconsciously see much of what was once called parenting as the responsibility of the schools. How do you engage parents like that? And have school policies helped to nurture this attitude? I think we maybe spoke a little bit on that, but could you dig into that a little bit more? I mean, now
Well,
it's like schools are feeding the kids and all of the things that are what should be parenting responsibilities. So many things are now being taken and done by schools, and it seems that many parents are perfectly fine. Then there are those who aren't at all happy. The school's caught between because they're serving some kind of policy that says they have to do it. And then some parents don't want them to do it. Talk to me about that.
yeah, I would call those things. We'll start at the top. I would call those government mandates. You're mandated to do this or that. I remember early in my teaching career, it was mandated that we had to teach kindergarten kids about sexuality. It was mandated. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't, you had to teach it. So now, you have kids because the government says, well, we need to take care of the kids because the parents who aren't feeding them. So we give kids breakfast, we give them lunch, and sometimes even a snack in the afternoon, depending. And it's not the kids' fault, and I'm glad we're taking care of the kids. But again, it we're picking up parent roles that we really shouldn't. And if I'm doing that and it's involving something in my classroom, then it's taking away from that special time between me and that child because I'm doing this or I'm doing that, I'm tracking this or I'm asking this or whatever. And I don't want to get into that. You know more about that than I do, but from the state perspective, there are a lot of mandates. If they were pulled away, it would be so much helpful, and also economically to an advantage. Um, Buses. When you have a big district, you have to have buses. There's no questions about it. But that's always probably one of the nastiest positions in a school district is the director of transportation, particularly when you get in fights with parents about, I want my child picked up at the door. I pay taxes, and you get into a lot of those kinds of hassles, with developments and that kind of thing. But yeah, we're taking away parent accountability. Now I want the kids brought home at night too. So if they are in an activity, I want a special bus that will bring those kids home. So yeah, you start looking at that and you start weighing all those things. It's sort of become imbalanced. And again, I don't want to be political, but there are some political beliefs by some people who are politicians believe that the government should take care of all this. And I think we have made people more dependent, and also they expect it. It's an expectation. And that's one of the things that we found with the kids in my later years and in the public world was I expect it. I deserve it.
Yeah.
And I think somehow if we could change that attitude and there wasn't anything connected to work or effort on your part, I just deserve, you should take care of me. And I think that's a mentality that is haunting us in education.
So what I'm hearing you say is the school is taking on roles that it should not have to take on, either because of mandates or because of delinquency.
Yes, I would say yes. Um, you know, one of the greatest possibility, like kids who don't come to school, you know, finding the parents is the best way of doing. Because if you affect the parents, they'll make the kids accountable. It's all again about holding people, and I don't think we hold parents accountable enough. Yeah, we even had a thought in our school district at one time that we would require parent conferences. Require it. So if you had a child on, you have to come. We'll schedule it at your convenience, but you have to come. We never quite was able to push that over the political, board level. But think about that. Uh, as a parent, what do you have to do? Other than taking your child in for kindergarten registration, what do you have to do? There's not much that, and so you really at the get-go really have no connection to the school. And that's why I was talking about, we needed to be reaching out more, needed to be building partnerships more. We do it when the kids are little because everybody loves everybody in elementary school. It's when you get up in the upper levels, that love disappears.